Hello there, welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to have to repeat myself again, but the figures that I'm going through is from a site that I pay a premium for, so I pay money every month to get the information. The information that I get is from the sales of Amazon, eBay, Bricklink and StockX, and from America, UK, Europe, Denmark, and there's one other. Where's the other one? Australia. That's it. I always forget Australia. Anyway, so this time the theme is starting at Disney. It should have been gear, but like I said in my last video, I cut the gear out because it's just about backpacks and mugs and that kind of thing. So I don't think many people are collecting them. I'm sure that there probably is a market for it. But I didn't collect the information for it. I started doing it, but then I decided not to. I changed my mind. So it's now Disney. So like I said in my other videos, you'll have to forgive me for looking down because I've got to read this information. And also, if you did join the same website as me and got the same information, obviously things could change, so there'll be more sales. So if you look it up and go, oh, you said it was 18,500 and now it's 18,700, then obviously, because I looked this up a few days ago, done the information and that, ready for this video, and since then 200 sold. So I'm just collating the information and trying to help the community by giving you the information. So right, Disney. So Disney's got 175 sets, of which 135 are retired. Now, Disney has been going as a theme since 2016 until now. If you bought one of each of those sets at retail, it would be £6,238, and the total value, which isn't great, is £7,422, which is actual growth of roughly 19%. And if you had them used, it's only £5,527, which again, like the Friends one, is actually a loss. But I mean, it's not too much of a loss. Only 700 quid. If obviously it's hypothetical. I mean, not many people are going to have one of every single set, but I've got to start somewhere to give you an idea of the value sort of thing. So yeah, so if you had some Disney sets that have been up in the attic or whatever like that for a few years, maybe they're worth some money. We don't know. So the number 10 spot in the Disney is 76832, which is the XL-15 spaceship, 7,480. Next one is 40659, the mini steamboat Willie, 8,038. Next one is 71044, the Disney train and station, 8,362. Next one is 43212, the Disney celebration train, 9,547. Next one is 40600, Disney 100 years celebration, 9,833. Next one is 43230, Walt Disney tribute camera, 13,482. Next one is 40521, the mini Disney The Haunted Mansion, 15,946. Next one is 40478, the mini Disney Castle, 19,929. I've actually got one of those. I bought it from Asda, and they had it reduced in Asda, but I also used a voucher from my shopping, that you just kind of scan a barcode that you've got on the app and it gets you money off. So I got it reduced and cheap, but I've only got one. The next one is 71040, the Disney World Cinderella Castle, 22,421. And the top one is 43217, the Up House, 22,949. Now, just in case you haven't seen any of my other videos related to these themes, the figures that I'm giving you are a rough estimate of what's sold in the countries and the websites that I told you earlier. And I basically take it as a rough estimate, times it by 4, and think that's a rough estimate of what's sold. I could be 20,000 out, could be 100,000 out, but at least it gives you a figure in your head that is not kind of like just, I mean, you could imagine yourself thinking, oh, there must be 20,000 of those sets sold, but in actual fact there's 120,000 of those sets, And if I give you the figure 120,000 sold in these websites, then at least you know in your head, well, I was well out with 20,000, you know. So at least it gives you something in your head to go by. Right, so the next theme is Super Mario's. Out of Super Mario's, there's 168 sets, of which 146 are retired. And Super Mario has been going since 2020 until now. So as a theme, it's only been going for a short time. If you bought one of every set at retail value, it would be £5,101 and a total value of £6,041. So there again, not much of an increase. It's only 18% roughly. And if you had them used, there again, it would be another one that's a loss, £4,558. Not much of a loss, but obviously, like I said before, if you'd had it on your shelves for a couple of years and you're going to sell it, at least you've enjoyed it for a couple of years, and then you get most of your money back, and you can always invest that in another set. So, all right, so in the 10th spot is 71391, the Bowser Airship, 5,759. Next one is 71386, the Character Pack Series 2 Random Bag, 6,575. Next one is 71402, the Random Bag Polybag, 6,862. Next one is 71426, the Piranha Plant, 6,980. So those people are kind of looking at it to think, well, it's about to retire or whatever it is. I think it's a good thing to get 6,970, so nearly 7,000 on those websites. Next one is 71387, the Adventures with Luigi, 7,414. Next one is 71411, the Mighty Bowser, 8,548. Next one is 30385, Super Mario Mushroom Surprise Polybag, 10,468. Next one is 71395, the Super Mario 64 ? Block, 11,113. Next one is 71360, the Adventures with Mario, 15,542. And the top spot, which everybody's probably worked out by now, 71374, the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES, or whatever you want to call it, 25,088. Right, so the next theme is another one of those that doesn't exist anymore. It's the Space Theme. Now, Space Theme started in 1978 and it finished in 2015. So like I said before, if you're going to come across it in a second-hand shop, car boot sale, thrift store, somebody's clearing out their attic, having a garage sale or yard sale, whatever you want to call it, then you might stumble across one of these sets. So out of all those sets, there was 319, and all of which are retired now. If you bought one of each when they first came out, at retail value was 4,633. Total value of them now is 101,875. That's a growth of roughly 2,098%. And if you had them used, it's 18,932. So that's over 4 times the value. So if you actually could come across any of these, the number 10 spot is 5969, the Squidman Escape. When it came out, that was £5 retail. Now it's worth £16, and there were sold 2,494 sets. Next one is 7051, the Tripod Invader. That was £19 retail. Now it's worth £157 and sold 2,537 sets. Next one is 6811, the Pulsar Charger. That was £2 retail, valued at £139, and that sold 2,915 sets. Next one is 6879, the Blizzard Baron. That was £6 retail, valued at £137 now. That sold 3,033 sets. Next one is 6834, Celestial Sled. You try saying it. That's £3 retail, valued at £91 now, and that sold 3,195. Next one is 7051, the Ice Sap 5. That was £12 retail, worth 247 now, sold 3,229. Next one is 6949, the Robo Guardian. That was £28 retail, valued at 334 now, That's 3,450 sold. Next one is 6814, the ice tunnelator. That was £2.36 retail, valued at £57 now. 3,459 sets sold. Next one is 6711, the minifig pack. That was £3.55 retail, valued at £1,255 now. 4,170 sold. And the top spot is 1620, the Astro Dart. That was a retail price of £1.97 and it's valued at £503 now, and that sold 4,379 sets. And the last theme is also a theme that doesn't exist anymore, and it's a theme called Castle. Now that was from 1978 until 2016. So that 279 sets, all of which are retired now. And if you bought one of every set at retail price, it was £4,225. The total value now is £83,779. And that's roughly growth of 1,882%. If you had them used, it's 16,967. Now the last place, or the 10th spot, is 70404, the King's Castle. That was a retail of £80 and now it's worth £317. 2,640 was sold. Next one is 7949, the Prison Carriage Rescue. That was £10, now valued at £37, and 2,929 sold. Next one is 70400. That's the Forest Ambush. That was £8 retail, now valued at £38, 2,974 sold. Next one is 6020, the Magic Shop. That was £3.50 retail, now valued at £88, and there's 3,427 sold. Next one is 6075, the Wolfpack Tower. That was £23 retail, valued at £1,138 now. That's not bad, is it? 3,495 sold. Next one is 10193, the Medieval Market Village. £72 retail, now valued at £278. 3,672 sold. Next one is an unusual number. It's 375-2, and that's just called Castle. That was £50 retail, valued at £7,010 now. 4,290 were sold. Next one is 6034, the Black Monarch's Ghost. That was £6 retail, valued at £197 now, and there's 4,336 sold. Next one doesn't have an actual number, it just says 15 Lego minifigures, and they're the Castle minifigures. They were £4 to buy, now they're valued at £104. There's 4,494 sold. And the last one, the top spot, is 6086, the Black Knight's Castle. 'Tis but a scratch. That was retailed at £67 and now valued at £2,291, and there was 5,079 sold. So that concludes this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video that's got Minecraft and Jurassic World and a couple of others in there as well. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.